Hi, I'm Snez, personal trainer, healthy lifestyle coach, and your guide to feeling your best. This podcast is a segment from my weekly radio show, Wellbeing Wednesdays, broadcast live on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM. It's all about sharing real, practical tips to help you move more, eat better, and live healthier without the overwhelm. Let's dive in, shall we? So I'm not sure if you're feeling this way, but I am 100% feeling this way. And that is, I feel like I am wanting so much more food. And I know that I am definitely consuming a lot more food. And I've heard a lot of people talking to me about it as well, but they feel like the craving for comfort food in winter. And most of us have felt it, but we probably don't fully understand. And if you found yourself reaching for more warmer carbs, sweet treats, or creamier, sort of fattier meals, or even just more food in general, that's what it's been for me. I haven't necessarily changed what I've been eating, although I'm absolutely going for the corn chips and Savoy biscuits more these days. But it's just more food in general for me during winter. You're completely not alone. I'm feeling it as well. And there's lots of reasons for it. And again, I am a huge fan of our human bodies because they are so perfectly designed to help us out in all different weather conditions and seasons. And I think once we start to understand it, then we can kind of work with what's happening. So firstly, when the weather drops, our bodies naturally crave warmth and energy. It's our body's biological response to the cold. So historically, winter meant scarce food and colder temperatures that we were immersed in. Unlike now, we've got that beautiful heating. So we were wired to seek out foods that were higher in calories and more calorie-dense meals for our survival. And even though we're living in heated homes now, that wiring is still there and it hasn't changed. But the reality is too is that you may be working in a cold environment. I work in a cold environment where walking in and out of our homes, going to supermarkets, doing school pickups and drop-offs, and we're in cold environments and we are burning a lot more energy, and hence why we need that extra fuel. And I know even in my work, when I'm taking training sessions, it's a cold environment and I can feel that I'm burning up so many more calories and therefore having to refuel a lot more than what I would do on a nice warm spring or summer's day. So those cravings for the pasta or the baked treats or the corn chips, firstly, it's primal, but also it is a physiological need for extra calories to create more energy to keep us warm. The other one is less sunlight. So less sunlight means less serotonin, and winter brings shorter days with less sunlight, which can lower our serotonin, or which it's that feel-good hormone. And what does the body temporarily do? Yep, it wants you to desire carbs more and to consume more carbs, especially foods that are quite sugary or starchy. And that's because they trigger our natural serotonin levels, and that's why chocolate can become your best friend in the winter months. So that's why reaching for a muffin or some chocolate can really feel like an emotional sort of pick-me-up. It makes you feel better temporarily anyway, and that's because it does increase our serotonin levels that we're not naturally getting from sunlight. The other thing is that we're slowing down. We're staying indoors more. The days are shorter, and we often eat out of boredom or comfort, or it's around or habit. Food can become the entertainment during the winter months, or even just, sort of cozying up on the couch with hot chocolate and some bickies. Like, I'm hearing about it all the time. It's definitely happening. I try to cozy up on the couch with my chamomile tea. To be completely honest, I try to not buy into the sugar too much, but I really do understand that it's not about hunger at these months, even though we just talked about paying attention to your hunger. It's about mood and feeling more positive, and our body finding alternative ways that come from warmer months and sunlight to still continue to feel good. So what can we actually do about it then? There are some gentle and practical ways that we can manage these winter cravings without feeling bad and without needing to be super strict. So instead of going into the highly processed or high fat, high sugar treats that your body may be wanting at this time. Think about sort of quite nourishing and warming slow cooker meals with lots of veggies and protein, warm soups with lentils and chicken. And so just making sure that our meals are actually warmer and heartier, you'll find that feels a lot more satisfying. Also, you can do lots of healthy desserts such as baked oats or stewed fruit. You can do chocolate avocado mousse. There are so many ways that you can get some of that delicious sweetness that we are seeking. Also using honey maple syrup, making yourself your own hot chocolate with pure cacao powder and some maple syrup works a treat, and it's good for you and it's comforting. So it's not necessarily about restricting yourself at this stage. It's just about upgrading what are the comfort foods for you and giving yourself just better options. And I think a really important thing to note is that there is going to be, or there may be, a little bit of weight gain over the winter months, and you just need to sort of think about, well, how much are you going to allow that to bother you? Are you just going to accept, well, hey, this is just a natural time of the year for this to happen, and just know with full confidence that when the springtime comes, you're going to have a different energy about you. You're going to jump back into some of those activities that are going to be burning more calories, and you will have a greater sense of motivation to refine your food intake and maybe shift some of that winter weight gain. So I wouldn't be too hard on yourself at this time of year. And just remembering to move that little bit more is always going to help to combat some of that extra calorie intake. But it's not a failure if you are comfort eating during the winter months. It's part of being human, and the key isn't to fight the season, just to embrace it and just see if you can make healthier, comforting options so that you can still nourish yourself but still feel in control at the same time, I guess. Thanks for joining me on this segment from Wellbeing Wednesdays, as heard live on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who might find it helpful and subscribe so you never miss a show. Want to catch the live broadcast? Well, you can tune in Wednesdays from 12 till 2 p.m. on 88.6 Plenty Valley FM, or find my info on Wellbeing Wednesdays with Snez, the Facebook group. Take care, stay healthy, and remember, it's the little choices every day that create big changes. Talk soon.